Alright guys, and welcome back once again to a puzzle review video. This week we're going to review the new Rubik's Cube. It's actually quite similar to the old one when you look at it from the outside, but once you start getting to it, it's gonna look a little bit different. So first off, it's the new design that says faster, smoother, tougher. So it should technically be faster, smoother, tougher. So let's stop talking about it and actually open the box here. So let's just rip off that piece of scotch tape. There we go. And then remove all of the other things here. Then that part. There we go. And then let's get to the actual cube that's inside it. Alright, and let's just remove the stand from right here. Okay, great. Let's get rid of that box. And so, here we go. It's pretty cool. It does feel great. As you can probably see, these colors are not stickers. It's actually a piece of plastic. So over time, it's not going to start to peel off, which is a great feature about this cube, because usually you have a Rubik's Cube and it just starts to peel off and all the stickers are slowly fading out until there is no more colors. That's a really cool thing to have about this cube. And actually, I would really like to compare this to the old one, but I actually don't have an old one with me right now, so I'm gonna use this cheap cube bought from the Dollarama. Also pieces of plastics, but yeah, it's quite similar to the old one, besides the fact that the color scheme is not correct. You would never see blue and green touching each other like that, but who cares? It's really similar to the old one if you don't move it, because it really sucks when you move it. So yeah, let's start with the comparison. Let's compare the size. So let's put that away. Size comparison. It's actually the same size. This one is a tiny bit smaller, but if you would have a normal Rubik's Cube beside it, it would be the exact same size because it's also a Rubik's Cube. Alright, turning quality. Well, here it should technically be faster and smoother, and I can assure you that it is. So it does turn really great. Usually right out of the box, a Rubik's Cube would never turn like this, but this one does, and that's great. It does feel a little bit floppy because you can hear all the pieces kind of wiggling around when you move it, but it still does turn really well. So turning quality, it is great. Let's try the corner cutting. So if we turn it like this, move that face down, it does it. That's great. A little bit further, it doesn't do that much, but it's still pretty good. Reverse corner cutting, not too bad. It goes about that. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's great. Turning quality, it has improved a lot compared to the previous version. So I'm gonna give it a 7 on 10. There is still room to improvement. But yeah, that's not about popping. Well, I just opened it, so I don't even know if it's going to pop while playing with it. But here, I'm just gonna give it a few moves, being both gentle and not really, just to see if it's gonna blow in my hands. And it so far doesn't seem like it will. It does stick sometimes, but it's still not too bad. So that's a good thing. I can't give it a 10 on 10 right now because I haven't played with it for too long so far, but I'm still gonna give it a good grade because, again, it still survived that mistreating I just gave it. So let's say 7.5 on 10. There we go. That's not too shabby. Alright, difficulty. Well, what should I say? What can I say? It is the exact same thing as a Rubik's Cube. There we go. Alright. So let's see why it's actually faster and smoother than the previous version. So I'm gonna use this. Again, it's not the same as a Rubik's Cube, but it still has the same architecture from the inside. So all the pieces, they pretty much look like the ones from that cube if you're looking at a Rubik's Cube. So it's gonna look a lot like these. So these are quite similar to a normal Rubik's Cube. So let's use these as our comparison. So these are the corners and the sides or the edges on a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, the old version. And let's take a look at the new one if I can open it without actually breaking it, be great because I just got it, so I don't want to break it. Let's see, maybe I would really like to remove a piece from it without breaking it. Oh god, maybe someday there you go. Alright, that was a pain. Wow. I have to admit that was a pain in the butt to remove one piece. So I'm going to change that 7.5 to a really nice, maybe 9 on 10. Because it will never, or it should never pop while playing with it. Because, yeah, it took me a while to do it while wanting to do it. So if you don't want to do it, you probably won't do it. Alright, so let's take a look at the pieces here. We've got a corner, previous version, kind of, and the new version looks like this. So you see that they reduced the area from which the pieces touch each other. As you can see, this part here is way tinier than this right here, and it's got this curvy thing ball inside it, which we're gonna see once I take it apart. So yeah, that's an improvement, I guess. And here we've got the old edge part, and now we've got the new edge part, which looks like this. It's got the little pieces that extend from the sides. I guess that's to allow you to not pop while playing with it, because it just gets locked in place by the other pieces that are beside it. Compared to the old version, it kind of looks similar, besides the fact that it gets curvier here and it's got these little legs on the sides. Let's look at the other parts of the cube, which are the center parts. So let's just take that apart right here, just like that. Alright, so the new version has these, which again are kind of a little dress thingy that extends going down to allow the pieces to lock in place, and it just gets under here and under the other one, so it gets into this little space you see in between this. So right here, that thing here gets inside that, which makes it really hard to come apart, which is great. Plus we've got this ball thingy inside that looks a lot different from the old T-shaped, cross-shaped thing from the old version, so that's a really good improvement. Plus stickers, we all hate stickers, so that's great. Alright, I guess that pretty much talks about everything there is to talk about at this cube. Should you buy it? Should you not buy it? Well, if you've got the old version and you're looking to buy something that's better, sure, you should buy it. But there are other puzzles that are better than this. So for that reason, I'm gonna say no, because there are different kinds of 3x3 puzzles you can buy. Here I've got this one, which looks a lot like this, but it's actually not from Rubik's. It's a Diane Zanchi 3x3, which is great. It moves really good, and the pieces also look different from the new version. Let's take an edge piece. Looks like this, way different, and I personally think that this one is better. So if you're looking to buy a puzzle that's better than the normal or the old 3x3 from Rubik's, this one would be great. I also have this one here, which is a Diane Guhong, which again has no stickers compared to this one, which has stickers, and this one looks also a little bit different. So yeah, there are different kinds of 3x3 you can buy, and the new 3x3 from Rubik's is not the best, but it's still a really huge improvement compared to the previous version. So I would say, if you're considering in buying a Rubik's Cube or a puzzle to improve your solving time by a lot, Diane Zanchi, Diane Guhong would be the best choice. Personally, these are the best I've tried so far. But besides that, this one is really great. So it's still a good thing to buy. If you're a collector, I guess that would be great to have in your collection. But it's not going to improve your time by a lot compared to these. But it's still way better than the previous version. So I guess that's pretty much all I've got to say, or all I can say about this cube. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, as always, like the video, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page and my Twitter. And again, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day.